It's so stupid, it's positively brilliant.
The Brilliant Boys Podcast.
How do you do it?
Okay, so you're broke again.
Broke again.
How do you come up? This is come up number 2. You're on come up number 5 right now.
Yeah.
Nobody is better at making $1 million from nothing than you.
That's probably true.
Let's be honest, right?
That's why I've done it. I've done it 5 times, and I've helped other people do it.
Well, we're going to get into that, okay? But my thing is, like, it's very easy to, I mean, you can even look at Trump, right? It's very easy to start with $1 million and then make 2. It's very easy to start with.
When did he start with $1 million and make 2?
Well,
he started with $2 billion because his dad.
Regardless, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
it's easier to have money and make a little money. It's no different than like flipping. If you got some drugs, you could sell it and make a little money on the drugs. But how do you have no money, no drugs, and then start to make some money on it? So you're at 0.
Yeah.
You're really good at getting money out of people.
Yeah. Well,
How the fuck?
Well, again, a lot of it comes to exercising creativity every day. You're really good at making people laugh every day.
Right.
I'm really good at
They pay
selling
$25 a
something.
ticket for that. You find some way to get people who have pretty good bullshit detectors, right? This is
Yeah.
a bullshit business, finance. Like you're there getting pitches every single day.
Can I tell you about someone who totally rejected me? Rejected me so badly, I actually quit the entire industry I was in.
Was it a woman?
So no.
Oh, okay.
I was raising money for a business.
Yeah.
And
Wait, are you telling me about million number 2?
this was right after 2, and I was building towards 3.
Well, why don't we get there? This is baby steps.
right.
We're going there. So
All right.
give me number 2.
All right, number two was.
You're at 0. You're like,
0.
okay, I need to make some money again. Do you
Yeah.
have a regular day job? Do you take?
No. Day jobs are you can't do that.
Okay.
You can't make money at a day job.
Okay.
So,
but you have 0 money. You need to eat. How are you eating?
right. So right away, I started helping people who needed to figure out their own businesses, and I started writing. So I started writing for the first. I'd been writing every day for 12 years at that point. This time I started writing professionally and getting paid for it. So I was writing up to like 10 to 20 articles for different websites a day and getting like $200 to $300 per article.
Okay, so
just
now you have
ends meet.
revenue.
Yeah.
And how do you convince them that you should write for them? Why should anybody take advice from you about business? You just lost $15 million.
I wrote to every editor and I said, I want nothing from you guys.
Yeah.
Here's 10 ideas for articles someone on your team should write.
So,
and I will
you weren't writing it.
Right.
Yeah, because
I
I'm
was-
not going to take like safe sex advice from Magic Johnson.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But nobody knew in 2002, oh, this is the guy. I was writing like random people like, oh, here's Jim Kramer at thestreet.com. Here's Jim. Here's 10 ideas you should write for articles. And he wrote back, and other people wrote back, and he said, these are fantastic. Why don't you write them? And then I started writing for all these.
Okay,
I started writing for them, the Financial Times. Then I wrote some software to model the stock market. I figured I was so horrible at investing, I'm the stupidest person in the room. So I should let software take over for my emotions and decisions. So I wrote, I don't want to get complicated. I wrote software to trade the markets. It worked. And I just gave the software for free to other big billionaires for free. And I said, I'll train you how to use this. And here's the track record. And they're like, we're billionaires. We're not going to figure this out. We'll just give you money. So you start investing. And I started making money on their money. I would take a percentage of the profits on their money.
Okay, so you wrote this software to trade the markets. So you found some sort of algorithm
Yeah.
that allowed you to predict stock mobility
Yeah.
and
With super high accuracy.
how?
So I don't want to get complicated, but I took
No. Get complicated.
I took every piece of stock market data since 1946.
And you're doing this in what year?
2001.
Okay.
This is actually before 9/11.
Right.
This was while on my way going broke, and I took every piece of stock market data since 1946. I wrote software to like Microsoft went up this day, went down this day, went up this day, went up this minute, went down the next minute, went up this second, went down the next second. Oh, Microsoft and GM are reverse. They move in different directions.
So you
when
found
one
which
goes
stock
up,
affects the other, and then you found ability to predict them. So if GM's going down, you know that you should flood Microsoft because that's where usually
something
pops
like
up.
that. And so I had like hundreds of patterns that I figured
Oy,
out.
oy,
So for
oy.
instance, this one was an ATM machine for me, and it doesn't work anymore. If the market was, you know how sometimes the market opens up higher than it
fucking
closed
guy.
the day before?
Yeah.
I figured out the exact point where if the market opens up here, within 30 minutes, it's going to go down a certain number of points. it worked the previous 99 times out of 100 throughout history.
So you would.
So I would just what's
short
called
the
short.
stock.
Yeah, and it was by 10 a.m. my day was done every day. And
How much were you making?
well, for myself, I was small. Like I was only making like whatever I could afford, I would put in.
Right.
So let's say a couple $100 or $1,000. But for everybody else, I was trading for them, and then I was taking 20% of what they would make, and just depositing it in my bank account.
How has nobody done this prior to you?
People do this.
No, now they do.
Yeah.
But how had nobody done this before you?
People started doing it like in the mid '90s, but it was
how
still
did nobody
a new.
do it the second the stock market opened? This seems idiotic that nobody else jumped. I mean, this is what all this math is with basketball players now, right? Like,
yeah.
Or like
it's the same.
athletes.
By the way, we all read Moneyball at the time,
and you were like, oh yeah, this is it.
yeah, he was just using my strategy for baseball.
Really?
So I know a guy right now, actually, who did this for
Your money.
And this guy is doing this now for football. So I don't think he would mind me saying this. This guy's got a Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl ring because he did this for football. Every football player's got sensors on their helmet and then their chest. And he would take all the data from all the sensors, and then he would call out 3 plays to the coach that his AI figured out were the right plays. And the coach would make one of those plays, and the Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl.
What the fuck? Are you kidding me?
No.
So based on exhaustion, based on muscle tension, based on...
He would basically say the last 5 times, he would have a measure he called fatigue. The past 5 times this quarterback had this level of fatigue, the right play, even if it's third down, the right play is to call him out and put a new quarterback in, and on 4th down, go for it. And he would call these totally irrational plays. Like who would pull out a quarterback in 3rd down? He would call out these totally irrational plays. They would make them, and they won the Super Bowl with it.
So he's playing poker.
It's the same principles.
There's a chance that you could fuck up, but we'll run with
and it's the same
percentages.
principles as stock market. You're just placing a bet with statistics behind it.
This is mind-boggling to me that's how the Philadelphia Eagles won the fucking Super Bowl. Is this what Tom Brady and the Patriots have been doing this whole time?
No. As far as I know, this is the only guy doing it, and he's doing a different team this year.
Which team? So we can put some money behind it right now.
Did he say?
Yeah, he said. Yeah.
The Dolphins.
Guys, time to make some investments. Whoa. Okay. Wait, how do we even get into this?
So I was using these ideas.
I cannot believe
20
nobody
years
else
ago.
tried to do this before.
People were doing it,
but
but
you're
not
the
that
first
many.
person to put it into a program and
People
write
were-
software.
People were doing that too, but not that many. Now everybody does it. Back then, not that many people did it.
Right. Okay, so the average person that's playing the stock market without any help from these programs, there's one called Wealth Simple, I imagine.
I don't know. I don't even know
Whatever,
anymore.
doesn't matter. But the average person just dabbling with the stock market it has zero competitive advantage whatsoever, right? You might as well just...
zero.
It's like, it's stupid at this point to even...
Zero, because I just
bother.
told you, like, here's how Warren Buffett makes money. He calls the CEO and makes a deal. Who else is going to call the CEO of Goldman Sachs and have an advantage over Warren Buffett?
So what should the average person do that's just trying to like mess around on online, not gambling, but online stock market shit, Scott Trade or these type of things? Don't do it. It's a stupid investment.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. I would say start a business. The best way is invest in yourself.